What's good with your fam? Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing. Hey, listen, man, I got a little bit of news, man. I know you all heard about Luis Ortiz and his team coming out yesterday, trying to get ahead of this story. Saying that the offer to fight Anthony Joshua in place of Big Baby Miller from Eddie Hearn in the zone was a lowball offer, and therefore they decided to move on. They decided to decline the offer. Well, it had just come out. Keith Addick from the boxing scene, shout out to him. Um, he came out and he stated that Luis Ortiz wanted $10 million to fight Anthony Joshua, and the zone and Matchroom's Eddie Hearn only offered him $5 million. Now, this article says that multiple sources have informed Boxing Scene that Ortiz's representatives turned down Hearn's $5 million offer for Ortiz to step in what's now 5 weeks' notice for Miller. They asked for $10 million, $3.5 million more than what would have been Miller's package for the fight had the boisterous Brooklyn contender not tested positive for PEDs late in March. Hearn is expected to make a counteroffer to Ortiz before finalizing a deal for Miller's replacement. So, $5 million ain't enough, Luis Ortiz? I mean, it's been reported that Luis Ortiz's highest purse with PBC, highest purse in his life, was $500,000. And I know what some of you gonna say. Well, they get paid more than what's reported. Okay, and that may be the case. That may be the case. All right, but $5 million is a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money for a guy who biggest win was Bryant Jennings, a guy who has tested positive for PEDs himself in the past. You understand what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz, man. Luis Ortiz. You don't get this many opportunities in this boxing game. He's reportedly 40 years old. That's what he's reporting. A lot of people say that he's much older. I just don't see this as a good look for Luis Ortiz, especially when him and his team came out and said that they will take next to nothing, basically. They said that they will take whatever was offered in order to stamp Ortiz's place in his legacy by defeating Anthony Joshua. That's what you said. That's what your team said. Now it's come out that you guys are asking for $10 million. Now, granted, the zone, Matchroom, they need Luis Ortiz. They need a name that can bring some eyeballs over to the zone, since Miller fell out. And, Ortiz's name is a little bit more known, I would say, than Miller. He did fight Wilder. He's went out to California and fought on Showtime. He's been televised a whole lot. So Luis Ortiz name does bring a little bit of weight with it, man. And, being a late replacement, maybe they wanted to put a little pressure on Eddie Hearn to up the ante. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that. But is it smart to do? That's the question. Is it smart to do? $5 million is a lot of money, Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz, I don't know if you'll ever get that opportunity again. I know, I've been hearing that he's banking on getting another opportunity at Deontay Wilder, who knocked his ass out last March. You know what I mean? Me personally, I do not think, I made a video about this, so this is no secret for those of you familiar with my channel. I do not think Luis Ortiz can beat Anthony Joshua. In fact, I believe that Anthony Joshua stops Luis Ortiz. That's just my opinion. Hey, that's just my opinion. We all got opinions, man. I believe that Anthony Joshua stops Luis Ortiz, man. I think Anthony Joshua is just too powerful and too much for Luis Ortiz, man. Luis Ortiz can box. He is very, very skillful. But I've watched him decline in his last couple fights. I've watched him decline in his last couple fights. You understand what I'm saying? And we all know Deontay Wilder is not the most skillful boxer. You know what I'm saying? There was moments when Ortiz looked it very good in the Deontay Wilder fight, but that's not hard to do. You know what I'm saying? But everything that Wilder touched goes to sleep. You understand? And that's exactly what Luis Ortiz, man. He got knocked out in that fight. A guy who, that was your chance. That was your opportunity. You may not get another one. You know what I'm saying? $5 million on the table. And for you to turn it down, man, I think isn't very smart at all, man. But yeah, man, Luis Ortiz turned down $5 million from DAZN and HEARN, and he asked for 10. But the good thing is, man, this article says that HEARN is expected to make a counteroffer to Ortiz before finalizing a deal for Miller's replacement. And that's what I like to hear, man. I like to hear that, man. So maybe he will get a 7.5 or what they offer Miller. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is a good strategy, in their eyes, because they know Matchroom DAZN. They know that they are desperate for a named opponent. But my feelings are it's not a bright move. It's not a very good decision. You just don't want this opportunity to slip through your fingertips, man. But we'll see what happens, man. I'm going to keep my ears glued to the tube, keep my ears open to the streets, man, and I will keep you all informed. But in the meantime and in between time, I want y'all to stay blessed and keep on supporting this thing that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll holla back.